Now, we all know that humans can't be immortal, right? Well, futurist Ray Kurzweil says it might be at our doorsteps in a mere 7 years. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but he and his crew are bending reality like a master yogi. Now, let's break it down. He says we can get immortality along with a singularity. This term refers to the moment when AI surpasses human control and reshapes society. Pinpointing when exactly this event will occur is tricky, but Kurzweil has a vision. He believes that it may occur as early as 2030. Artificial intelligence is the magical ingredient that will make it happen. Kurzweil envisions a future where tiny robots named nanobots will work their magic at the cellular level. He's got big dreams of these age-reversing nanobots that will focus on damaged cells and tissues, keeping us youthful and disease-free. Why are these predictions becoming a thing? Because Kurzweil is the director of engineering at Google, and 86% of his previous predictions have actually come true. He's been in the prediction game for quite some time. Google hired him back in 2012 to work on cutting-edge projects involving machine learning and language processing. But even before that, he was dishing out prophecies. In 1990, he predicted that a computer would beat the world's best chess player by 2000, and it happened in 1997. Kurzweil set the time for this full immortality event in 2045, with AI passing the famous Turing test in 2029. Passing this test means that a machine can behave intelligently, like a human. He thinks that merging machines with our brains will actually make us better. Forget the fears of a robot uprising. He envisions a beautiful human-machine synthesis that will enhance our abilities. This vision of the future isn't entirely new. Science fiction has long played with the idea of tiny nanomachines zipping through our bodies, fixing everything that's broken. Remember Star Trek? Of course, not everyone is jumping on this immortality idea. Critics are giving Kurzweil's bold predictions a skeptical side-eye. After all, global life expectancy seems to be on a downward spiral, and some even fear that this singularity could wipe out the human race altogether. As scientists toil away on self-repairing cells, we'll need some major breakthroughs on the microscopic level to make immortality a real possibility. And hey, let's not forget about the looming AI dominance that could potentially break our quest for eternal life. Maybe we can't ever be immortal, yet the future holds improvements in aging and health, that's for sure. The emerging field of cell programming is making waves. We're talking about hacking cells to recode them and potentially extend our lifespans. Companies are leading the charge, using cell recording to find cures for different conditions. Then we've got Google launching a biotech firm, PayPal co-founder and Amazon's Jeff Bezos investing in cell-related studies or companies. Now, one thing is clear. Seeking immortality isn't a new thing. It's been around since ancient times. Just ask King Gilgamesh from the Mesopotamic area, who desperately sought eternal life. Throughout history, we've seen some pretty interesting attempts at achieving immortality. Qin Shi Huang went on a wild goose chase for an elixir of life that didn't exist. Now, speaking of this elixir, we should mention the Philosopher's or Sorcerer's Stone. The fame of the stone didn't start with Harry Potter. You should go centuries back. This legendary alchemical wonder is said to possess the power to transform ordinary metals, like mercury, into gold. This stone is also capable of bringing back that youthful glow and even granting immortality. No wonder alchemists were so devoted to find it. Yet they never did, and alchemy later evolved into chemistry. Fast forward to our time. Let's talk about people who want their bodies to be frozen through cryonic preservation before they go for good. People sought the declaration of the constitutional right to undergo cryonic suspension while still alive. Well, I don't think that's mentioned in the Constitution, but nevertheless, their hope is to be revived later and witness the future. Now, meet Elizabeth Parrish, the mastermind behind a biotech company on a mission to unlock the secrets of eternal youth. Sounds pretty ambitious, right? Well, they're using a technique called gene therapy to make it happen. They play with your DNA, giving it a high-tech upgrade, and then pop those modified genes right back into your body. As time goes by, these gene tweaks spread their effects throughout your entire system. One of their big goals is to hit the brakes on aging. But how do they plan to pull off this age-defying feat? Well, it turns out our DNA is like a precious treasure, and it's guarded by tiny molecular superheroes called telomeres. These protectors keep our DNA safe from harm. But as the years roll by and our cells keep multiplying, those telomeres start to shrink, leaving our DNA more vulnerable and prone to damage. As a result, our cells can only divide a limited number of times before calling it quits. And whoops, aging sets in. Not to mention the increased risk of all sorts of diseases. Parrish took matters into her own hands. She bravely injected special enzymes into those telomeres, giving them a little growth spurt. She was the Captain America of this revolutionary treatment, as she was the world's first person to undergo such a procedure. Before the experiment, at the age of 44, Parrish had a biological age estimated at around 65. After the gene therapy, her biological age went back to a youthful 45. And by 2018, without any further interventions, she claimed to have transformed her cells to an age of around 30. Now, skeptics might raise an eyebrow or two, or three, and question the risks involved in such a procedure. But hey, at the very least, the results seem to be scientifically proven. And out of all the dreamers chasing immortality, Elizabeth Parrish might just be the one inching closest to the finish line. Hey, wait, doesn't immortality mean never reaching the finish line? Or am I just overthinking this? Anyway, while humanity has been tirelessly searching for the secret to everlasting life throughout recorded history, little did we know that the answer was lurking beneath the ocean waves all along. Picture a creature with extraordinary regenerative powers. I'm talking about this immortal jellyfish. Its ability to reverse aging under stress, transforming into a youthful version of itself and then aging forward again, has earned it the well-deserved nickname of the Benjamin Button jellyfish. Really, I didn't make that up. While this marvelous jellyfish holds the potential key to immortality, we're not exactly on the verge of bottling its magic and applying it to ourselves just yet. The unusual feature of this jellyfish was discovered in the 90s, but the research on it has been swimming in shallow waters due to limited funding and interest. Few scientists specialize in studying these tiny marine animals, and our understanding of how their immortality works, let alone how to adapt it to our own lives, is still in its early stages. Advancements in medical science play a crucial role, too. Consider the remarkable increase in average life expectancy over the years. In pre-modern times, it was around 30 years worldwide. Since the early 19s, global average life expectancy has more than doubled, now exceeding 70 years. Factors like improved living standards and socio-political conditions have contributed, but medical advancements have played a significant part. With further progress, we can expect life expectancy to reach even greater lengths. You see, everyone points out the aging side of our humble mortal lives. Imagine a future where we do get immortality. Birthday cake candles are now mere decorations because age has become just a number that no longer matters. Life will be an endless canvas of possibilities, where you can try 1,000 careers, explore 1,000,000 hobbies, and become a lifelong learner without worrying about running out of time. Can you imagine the stories we'll tell? Back in my day, we used phones. And let's not forget about the new world's wise elders. They'll have centuries to accumulate knowledge and experience, becoming the living archives of our civilization. Imagine the average grandma with countless stories and cookie recipes to share. Let me leave you with this idea from the curious case of Benjamin Button. In the journey of life, finding meaning is key. It's like discovering your own immortality.